Hi, my name is Traci Cornelius and I'd like to welcome you to Get Creative with Traci. A little while ago on my blog I showcased a magazine file card holder, this one, and a lot of people really liked it, so I thought I would do a video tutorial on how to make one. So to start with, you're going to need a sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. For this colour scheme I'm going to be using basic black, and I'm also going to be using the stampin trimmer because it has a score blade as well as a cutting blade. The scoring blade is the lighter one and the cutting blade is the darker one. So just pulling out the arm, I'm going to move the cutting blade all the way to the bottom. I'm going to start by making some scores. So we want to go to 4.5 inches and go straight the way down, and then to 7.5 inches and again just go straight the way down. You then want to turn your cardstock 90 degrees and score at 6 inches, and then again at 10.5 inches. The next thing that we want to do is we want to create the basis of our box. So if I bring in this one, because this is a similar one to we're going to make, so we're going to need to do this particular cut here. So to do that, you need to go 1.5 inches from either side of the spine. The spine is the centre section. So for me to do this, I'm just going to put my score line up to the 1.5 inch mark. And then with my bone folder, I can just make a little mark. And then I can do exactly the same on the other side. I'm matching up the score line, and then I'm just going to 1.5 on the ruler. And then you want to go 2.25 inches up from our 6 inch mark, so halfway, and you go 2.25 inches up. So if I turn my cardstock, I do exactly the same thing, matching up my score line, and then with the ruler I'm going to 2.25 just to mark. You could mark it with a pen if you wanted to, and then exactly the same on the other side. So I'm going to go to 2.25 with my score line and then match it to that. And then you can just use your trimmer, match up your little notches, and then cut. You want to keep these bits because we're going to be using those later on to cut out some scallops. Turn it round and do exactly the same on the other side. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut our score line. So we're going from each edge all the way into the spine. And again, you can just do that on the trimmer. One of the things I love about this trimmer is the fact that it has a little notch for a marker, so that makes it really easy to be able to do this type of thing. So I'm cutting these sections right the way up to the spine, and then again exactly the same down the bottom. So going up to our score lines. Now, just to give you an indication of how this is going to go together, this is our spine, the centre section. These are our sides, but we want to make this quite sturdy because you're going to be using it a lot. So these sections are going to fold over. So first of all, I'm going to burnish the score lines just to make them a little easier. So I can get my bone folder and do that. And I'm doing that to the side pieces. And again these ones. Now I'm just going to do these ones as well. And just to give you an idea, these are going to go up. This is going in. And then these fold over at the sides. Now, there are two different ways you could do this. So, your basis goes on the inside. If you wanted to, you could then put the front section so that the sides go in first. This section folds over and then can come up. Or you can put this inside and then fold it over. and that's how I'm going to do mine. So to do that, all I need to do is to push this inside, and then I'm going to fold this over so that the two edges match. Use my bone folder. You could score it if you wanted to, but to be honest, I think it's quite easy to do that. Again, move this into the centre and then fold over so that the two edges match. And again, taking your bone folder, just crease that down. And then, like I said, mine are going to go inside and then down so that it keeps it sturdy. So to do this, you want to make sure that you're going to put sticky strips. So just because you don't want to see me doing this because it's a little bit time consuming, I've already gone ahead. So I've got sticky strip on the front panel here at the sides, because like I said, that's going to be sticking to this side here, like so. And then I've also gone ahead and put sticky strip on the top section so that that can then stick down. But before we stick anything down, I'm going to pop this to one side and I'm going to do the centre, the band that's going to go around the edge. So to do this, you need to cut one piece of coordinating cardstock to be 2 inches by 12 inches. And then you want some designer series paper to be 1.5 inches by 12 inches. If you want to match it and layer it again, you can do so by having another piece which is 1 3/4, so it can go in the centre. The reason that I'm doing this is because for my particular design, the designer series paper doesn't really show up that well against the Very Vanilla. But if I matte it on black first, then you can see that that really does pop. So let me show you on these ones. So we've got Very Vanilla, we've got Basic Black, and then we have our first edition speciality designer series paper. Whereas on this design, I've actually only got the 2 layers. To be fair, it does make it a little bit more sturdy if you do have that extra layer, so I would recommend it. And all I put these together with is some snail adhesive, but again, to save time, and you don't want to see me sticking, I've already gone ahead and done this one. Then the next thing that you want to do is you want to score it at 4.5 inches, and then again at 7.5 inches. And that's because it's going to fit at the front of our box. So before I fit this in, I want to do one more other detail. I personally like to have a little finger pull, because when they're on my shelf, it's a bit difficult to keep taking them out. So to do this, I'm going to use my 1-inch punch, circle punch, and then I can just line this up to go into the centre. You will have to press quite hard because you are going through a number of layers of cardstock. And then I need to bring our base back in, and this is why I haven't stuck this together yet, because we also then need to make sure that we can punch the hole out of the front section. And the reason for doing that is if we put it all together, we stuck it all together, can you see that the punch is not going to be able to go all the way down, so we won't be able to line it up very well. So folding this over and matching it up to the bottom, so like so, I can just go in and I can now match up. Sorry, I'm making this a bit awkward. I have to turn it this way so it's easier for me. Just matching that up, I can now bring in my circle punch, line it back up, and I can punch that bit out. And now I'm free to be able to adhere all of this together. So we're going to remove the sticky strip. And just line this up to the bottom and to the sides, and then stick that down. And then remove the sticky strips from the top and fold down. And then we can go ahead and do exactly the same on the other side. So just folding that in, making sure that it lines up, press it down, and then remove the side sections as well. And then again we're just going to fold that down. Now the next bit is we want to put the sticky strip on the inside so that we can go ahead and stick that one together like so. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that one's now all adhered together and is already pretty strong. I've also gone ahead and put the sticky strip onto our little banner. And the other thing is my stickler for finishing touches. So I mean that looks nice, but I've cut out a scallop, which is from the 1 3/4 inch scallop, and then use the 1 inch punch again to match the hole in the middle. So this can just adhere onto here. You could use snail adhesive, you could use Tombow, you could use the Anywhere glue stick. Really, it's down to your personal preference. So just popping on some, then I can just line that one up. There we go. And now we can pop this together. Now, as a couple of little tips, I always do the middle first because it makes it much easier to line up. And also, sticky strip is very sticky and it's also very unforgiving. So if you're not quite so confident, you can just push back the tape, fold it down so that you've got a couple of little tails. Doesn't want to come off now. So once you've got a little bit up, just fold it, push it down with your nail, and do exactly the same on the other side. And then we can line this one up to the front. And just put that into place. And then taking the side bits, just push that one back down again. Make sure they're exposed. And now you can line it all up and then peel off the remainder of the tape. And that just gives you a little bit more leeway really. Just do the same again, make sure that the tails are exposed. Line it up with the edge. Press down the bits that are already stuck and then just remove the rest of the tape. So that's the basis of our box, and you can see that it is really quite sturdy, so it will hold a number of different cards. Then I'm going to make some inserts to go inside. You can make as many or as few as you want. 4 is the amount that I made previously, and that's quite a good number. So you really want to cut these ones to 4.5 inches by 6 inches. And like I said, you want 4 of them. And then what I also went ahead and did is I cut 4 of the decorative label punches. So I punched out 4 of these decorative labels out of very vanilla cardstock. Once you've punched them out, just take out your trimmer, and then lining up the 2 little notches, you can just then cut them in half, like so. And then again, using snail adhesive, put snail all over one of them, and then I will line it to make sure that it's flat onto the grid paper. It's one of the other reasons why this grid paper is so handy. And then I can just make sure that it's going to be straight. So I can do that. Then all I need to do is add a little bit of snail to the bottom of the other half and then match it up. And once I've got it matched up, I like just to finish it off, I cut out 8 of the word label. I used the word label punch to cut out 8 from the first edition speciality paper, and then again just adding snail to the back, making sure that it goes all the way across. Then I can line that one up, stick it down, and do the same to the other side. Just making sure that I've got enough snail at the ends as well. Line that one up and press it down firmly. And I've done the same with the others as well. So I've now got 4 little inserts to go in, and then you can put in, you know, birthday cards, anniversary cards, thank you cards, friend cards, all the rest. So that's our little magazine folder. Hope you really enjoyed the tutorial. There are a number of other ones, so please do check out my blog. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.